This morning, we have an update to a story we've been following for a number of weeks. You will remember the Newfoundland woman who says she was abused and bullied by her co-workers at a Scottish fishery office. And if you don't remember the facts, you'll likely remember this picture. DeeAnn Fitzpatrick bound and gagged by some of her male colleagues at work. It went viral, and she is speaking out for the first time since this incident, which she has said led her to the brink of suicide. Dominic Velitis in London for us this morning. What are we learning in these first comments, Dom, from DeeAnn Fitzpatrick?
Well, good morning, Heather. And you're quite right. This is the first time DeeAnn Fitzpatrick has spoken publicly about her ordeal at Marine Scotland, a Scottish government department. She told the BBC how the abuse started after she blew the whistle on threatening and misogynistic culture in the workplace. That, she says, led to a decade of bullying, including that terrifying incident in 2010 when she was taped to a chair, an incident which was captured on camera. Here she is.
Comments would be made to me where I would be called a retard. I was told that all women are whores. Two fellow officers that I worked with discovered that I was the whistleblower. And one of them had a roll of tape in his hands and he was flicking it about in his hands. And the other gentleman came to my left side, slightly back. And that's when he kind of bear hugged me while I was in the chair. And the other gentleman then, because I was kicking, and I did curse and tell them to leave me alone, and they taped my legs, and then he started to tape rest me, and because I was making noise, one of them told the other guy, give me some tape, I shuts her up. He took the tape and he placed it over my mouth, and then he said, that's what you get for speaking out about the boys. I was petrified. I was petrified because I didn't know what they were going to do to me. But at one point I became numb, to the point that I just froze. I couldn't make a noise, I couldn't move, I just froze. How low can a person go when somebody is feeling so down, who's rushed home to see her father for the very last time, to say goodbye? It kind of finished me. Their actions morally and mentally destroyed me. They've pushed me too far. I couldn't take it anymore.
You were going to end your life?
Yes. Because they couldn't hurt me anymore then. There was nothing left to do. I want my job back. I want to be able to work in an environment that's safe and friendly. I actually want everyone else that's been bullied and still being bullied, I want them to be able to do the same thing. I do not want anyone to be where I was not so long ago.
So a shocking incident, Heather, and when DeeAnn Fitzpatrick reported it to her manager, she was told it was just a case of boys being boys. There was, she alleges, other abuse, including being subjected to sexist and derogatory remarks, and one incident when she was mocked for losing a baby. And things really came to a head, Heather, when she says she was threatened with disciplinary action by HR for going to her dying father's bedside in Canada. All of this, she says, drove her to contemplating suicide. Heather.
Incredible revelations, Dominic. What does she want to see happen generally to her tormentors? What is she looking for here?
Well, it's quite amazing, really, Heather. Despite all this alleged abuse and bullying, she is determined it won't stop her from working, and hopes her story will encourage others who are facing bullying in the workplace to really speak out. Now, DeeAnn Fitzpatrick's case was recently heard at an employment tribunal, Heather, which is yet to give its ruling. Her story, though, particularly that picture of her taped to a chair, has prompted the First Minister of Scotland, Nicola Sturgeon, to announce an urgent review into what happened. Heather.